7-0, kind of midway point of the season. What's your overall assessment of the defense at this point? What have you liked, and maybe what's working for you guys?
Well, we've had moments where we were outstanding, and then moments where we got to clean things up. 7-0. If you'd asked me that at the start of the year, I would have taken it for sure. I think statistically speaking, we're doing a lot of great things, and then, like I say, there's some things that we can still clean up right now.
Compared to last year, where do you guys feel like you've improved?
Well, I think we're better in the scheme right now. When we have all of our veteran dudes in there, I think we're really, really good. We're more stout inside than we were a year ago. Yeah, I think there's just an overall better understanding of just what we're trying to get accomplished.
It seemed like you were using Nusi Tamoipeo a lot last game. Mm-hmm. What strides has he shown you, and what's earned him the increased playing time?
Oh, well, he's going to be a phenomenal player, and right now he just keeps getting better and better. He's got great athleticism, he's got great physicality, and he's going to be a person that the fans love and adore for the next couple years.
So has it just been a matter of time for him and Tau Seeley just to
so Nusi had some injury issues early in camp that we've been working through, and now he's back healthy, so that was a lot of his. And then, both of them is just a matter of getting them more familiar with the scheme and trying to get them in positions where they can be successful.
You talk about the interior defensive line. Has Justin been what you hoped he would be coming in and bolstering that interior?
Oh, yeah. I think Justin and Keanu and JT and Anisi and those guys have done a phenomenal job all year in there. But, yeah, I mean, we brought Justin in for a reason. He's doing a lot of great things.
Rocco Beck's just kind of the latest of these quarterbacks you're facing in the Big 12. What do you see from him?
Well, every team has one, right? Every team has a good quarterback. Every team has wideouts. Every team, this team has really good tight ends. So I love Rocco Beck's competitive nature. He can throw it. He can run it. He's really smart. Rarely does he go to the wrong spot with the ball. So, I mean, he looks like a guy that's played a lot of snaps in the Big 12 and started a lot of games.
You ever gone up against a Matt Campbell coach team before?
Yeah, in 2023, and we got our butts kicked. Okay. So we got a lot to prove. Those guys came in here a couple years ago and did a lot of great things against us.
When Jay Drew asked Aaron about this yesterday, I was kind of reiterating the question. Like, from that point, you guys have never lost a game by more than a possession. Was that kind of a turning point in a way with that game?
Well, since that point, I think we've been very good. I think that was a growing up game in the Big 12 and trying and understanding of what it's like to play in the Big 12 week after week after week after week. And when you get banged up and you don't have depth and bad things happen, it's through recruiting and just getting more depth. We fixed a lot of those issues through understanding of just knowing what to expect week in and week out, and the physicality of the Big 12.
On Coordinator's Corner, you talked about Jack and his fighting back to be able to play against Utah. Was he as good, better? Like, where did you kind of evaluate his plays versus what you expected him coming off that injury?
Well, if you look at him on the sack that was so critical on fourth down, he looked like a freak and come off the edge super fast, looked like Jack, and then there were times where it looked like his shoulder was hurting him still. This week, he looks way better than last week. The week before, I don't know that anybody could have been in their practice, and he was. He's a tough dude that is already back off an injury where most people would not be back right now.
So your safeties were super active on Saturday. They were the two leading tacklers, which is kind of atypical for the defense. What kind of brought that about? Were you putting them in positions to be more active against Utah? Was that a scheme thing?
Well, I think that was the thing where they recognized a lot of the things that were happening. They made plays. They do a great job of film study. I think Tanner and Faletau played great all year. So that did not surprise me that those guys played really well in that game. And, Raiders been right there in the mix too. That safety group has played really good this year.
You hoping to have Raider back soon, or is it still very
soon? Yep, very soon.
And then staying in the secondary with the corners, Bamba had the big play on fourth down. Trey's flashed this year. Johnson's been really good. Just what are your thoughts on the secondary with the corners?
Well, Coach Guilford does a great job with those guys, and we got 3 or 4 guys that we really feel we can win with. Getting Cabella back and moving more in that direction solidifies that group. Tavion has done a lot of great things for us, so that group just continues to get deeper and deeper with the reps that those guys have been getting. Okay, thank you guys.
Trying to jinx me? What's up, guys?
I guess Guy was one of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the guy right here left.
Getting my exclusive right here.
Yeah.
Tell me about emotions after beating Utah and just what the week's been like so far.
I think it was a great team win. I think it was good for us to go out and have a statement win like that. We felt like we played a good game, a good, clean game on all three phases. We know that there's always room for improvement, but overall we feel good. We're in a good position moving forward. Yeah.
You guys had 3 sacks against Utah's offensive line, which was super highly touted coming in. What does that do for your group, confidence-wise, to do that against a unit that's so good and so highly esteemed?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just shows of who we are. I think up to that point we've been getting close to sacks. Never really been able to finish, so it was good to actually have it all come together. And even in that game, we left some out on the field too, so it just shows us of where we could be. So we're still moving forward, yeah.
So it's one of those things like it creates momentum to kind of break that barrier down and get more sacks in the future, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about going against a guy like Rocco Becht, really solid veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you do anything differently when you know it's a guy who's played a lot of Big 12 football, or is it kind of the same type of preparation?
For us, we take it the same way. We take preparation the same way. But yeah, Rocco's a really great quarterback from what we've watched in film. He's able to really coordinate his offense well. I think if we get to where we're supposed to be with our game plan, we have a really good game plan. So being able to iron out all the details this last couple practices, I think we'll be in a really good position.
Obviously, the defense is playing well, being 7-0 and all, but how would you assess the defense at this point in the season, and how do you think it compares to last year?
Last year we went 9-0, so I think we're on that same path. I think for us, the biggest thing with our defense is execution. We have the pieces to be a really great defense, but it all comes down to everybody doing their part, making the plays when the play comes to you, executing the assignment that you have, and I think everybody's taking that pretty well. So I'm really impressed by our defense so far.
What have you seen from Iowa State's offense? Maybe that's jumped out on film, or what are you kind of focusing on?
They're fast and physical. I think that's something that we ourselves like to play. That's a way that we like to play as well. So we pride ourselves in being physical, and we see that in their offense and how they play. They like to play fast, and so it's going to be a good challenge for us to show what we got and to continue making these statement games against really great opponents.
I know he's on the other side of the ball, but there's been a lot of national media attention on Bear. He did SportsCenter, and he's just kind of the talk of the country right now. What is that like to see a freshman come in and take command of the team and to become this kind of media phenomenon from your angle?
Yeah, he's been a great quarterback. I don't think I've ever seen a freshman quarterback do what he's been doing, coming in basically 2 weeks before fall camp, taking control of that offense, and just week by week progressing the way he has been. And I think it's really comes down to the way he prepares, and that's something I really respect about Bear, is that it's not just a fluke. It's something that he's been training for a long time, and I'm just glad that he's able to perform and show everybody what he's been training so hard to be.
You talked about Iowa State being physical and just a very aggressive team. That was kind of on display 2 years ago when they came here and beat you guys pretty bad. And how does that game affect what you guys do this week? Is that just kind of that motivation to get back and maybe make a statement in Ames, or does that even factor in at all?
Yeah, I think that's something that we haven't forgotten about. Even us being wherever we're at right now, that's something that we still remember pretty clearly. So we know that they came in here and they did such a great job, and we didn't really answer back the way we wanted to. So we're great. We don't get many second chances, so we're grateful that we do, and we're gonna make the most of it. And so that's what we're prepared for.
You guys have only lost 4 games since that loss. Does that feel like a turning point for the program, where it was hey, we're better than this. We can rise up and do better?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think that comes back to just being a team and playing as a team. The big name of the game on that game was turnover. So since then, we've been a really great team at keeping the ball and not turning the ball over, playing physical, executing, and yeah, we've just been able to tighten up since then.
Logan, I came in late, so I apologize if this has been asked, but it seems like the defensive end group, you got you, the old guy, and a bunch of freshmen.
Yeah, exactly.
How's that dynamic been for you?
It's been good, yeah. Like I said, we have a really great group in our defensive end room. We have a lot of young talent, really talented young men, and I think that's a good place where I can be is just to share what I know with them and being able to just learn from them as well. And it's been a great experience.
How's Newsy specifically been? What has he done that's impressed you this year? And him arriving to play a pretty significant role last game against Utah.
Yeah, he's somebody that also came in very skilled. Someone that I've been impressed by his physicality, the way he plays the game is, as a freshman and as young players, you don't play the game as fast as he does. And that's a common theme among all of the freshmen that came into our team, including Bear. And they just stepped up to the plate, played their role, and when their name is called, they've been able to make the plays that were needed.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Couple clips of
Did you guys ask?
Morgan is playing with Mike's on that Sunday.
You outsmarted me.
No, I've never pulled that one before. Yeah, I saw that in social media. I wonder if those Utah fans are that might have just chased the spirit away from the Utah fans. I meant to ask Newsy if he was able to get with him. Yeah, they were.
Well, that's the Bear.
Bears like probably even then probably just score.
I wish Barry kept that day. When Riley Nelson was here and he had the flow going, that was so cool. Okay, that's, I'll allow it. That's adorable.
I'm like,
Thank you.
all right.